Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Saturday morning, and ain't God good? And won't He do it? Oh, yes, He will. Oh, yes, He will. I know my children probably saying, Mr. Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every Saturday morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Look, this morning I got Madison on. Madison, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
How you feeling getting up early in the morning? Help me out.
I feel good.
Really? okay, man. Good morning again, Madison. This Saturday show is for the children, right? You recently graduated, was it about a year and a half ago from high school?
Like 2 years.
2 years ago, and you had a scholarship to TSU. And I know you left TSU. Why'd you leave TSU?
So at first it was kind of like I didn't really like the environment, but what I really think it was is just I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like as for high school, I wish they would have really prepared me more, like gave me instead of just like telling me about career and stuff, like actually let me get to see and get a better feel for it. Cause what I was originally doing, I was majoring in biology, and I was doing it. I was like, it's okay, but I just don't really know if this is like right for me. And then it was just like a lot going on at the time with the emotions and the new environment.
Well, why did you choose TSU?
Because it gave me the scholarship.
That's on scholarship. That's on person at school that gave you a scholarship at TSU.
No, but it was a full ride.
It's a full ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Madison. So where are you now?
I'm at Southwest.
Southwest. So how do you like Southwest?
I like it a lot. I like the classes and I like what I'm doing.
So Madison, would you what would you tell a young child that's in school right now? Say I don't know if it's 9th grade or 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, whatever grade you want to start from. What would you tell them for preparing for college, or would you tell them to go to college?
I would say go to college, especially if you're black. You need an education. But I would just say really search around. TikTok's popular. Get a feel. Look at some careers and stuff, and just really look around. You probably not gonna know what you want to do at first, and you're gonna feel lost. But you can't finish your life in one day, 1 year. So yeah, so you're gonna have ups and downs, but just look around.
So now you're at Southwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's different about Southwest compared to Tennessee?
I guess I'm doing online, so it just feel more flexible. Then it's like it's older people, it's younger people, it's just a lot of people. So you don't get that like pressure to. It's like when you just see older people in the class, it's like it just make you feel like you can just still do it. Like there's no timeline on anything. So I just like that.
So it's a more relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah, cause with TSU it's a HBC. Yeah, it's a HBCU, so it's kind of like you kind of want to dress a certain way, do a certain thing, and yada yada. But Southwest, I just feel like I'm there for work, schoolwork.
Well, I know people often said, I had a guy I used to work with. He went to TSU, and people everyone said, man, TSU is a party school. I think every school, every college campus has potential to be a party school. It's just all about you, for the individual, like for what you want to do. You want to party or you want to study. If you about your business, you're gonna have plenty of time to party. That's all. That's what I'm saying. You got plenty of time to party. So what's your major now?
Computer programming.
Oh, so that's what you want to be, a computer programmer?
Well, I don't know. I've been looking around. I kind of want to be a data analysis.
Okay.
But I ain't really got to the programming part of my course yet, so I don't know.
Hey, Madison, it's time for a commercial. When something wrong with the taxes, who you gonna call?
Price Texas.
They ain't afraid of no audit. Price Taxes, 415 East Chevy Drive, Memphis, Tennessee. The numbers are 901-828-5422 or 901-435-6575. 901-604-9227. If you want your taxes done right, don't think twice. Call Price Tax. And man, you gotta bring your voice in a little early sometime on that commercial now.
Okay.
I know you ain't. Okay. But Madison, the children, I've always said the children. Now, I've always told you girls that going to school, going to college doesn't guarantee you anything in life. Your only guarantee is what you do for being persistent. So, you want to be a what again?
A data analysis.
Data analysis. So what if you graduate from school and you don't find a job in that field? What would you do next?
I don't know. Look around. I really, after I graduate, I just want to like, if it's computer related, I just want to take what's given to me because like I would just want to get my foot in the door and then like explore around. I just really hope to get my foot in the door.
But do you plan on owning your own business?
No.
Why not?
I don't really want to. That's too much for me.
What do you mean?
I don't want to have to deal with other people. I don't want to be over nobody. I just like to work and then go home. I don't have to do
Okay, so you say that right now. You had a job. You used to work at this store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were dealing with the public. So that should have gave you some skill dealing with people, right?
In a sense.
In a sense. Well, you have people that came through the door that was rude.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you respond to them?
A lot of times I would let it go.
A lot of times you let it go. So sometimes hold on. Now you not like Leah and Amber. You versus kind of quiet. So when did you not let it go? What did you say? What was your response? I want to hear this answer.
Let me try. I'm trying to recall it. It was this one lady. She came in. I helped her find the stuff. She asked for some. I don't know. I think it was cream for like bumps on your lips.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm helping you. And then she just started being rude out of nowhere. I just be like, girl, I'm not checking you out. Get out of my face. Well, I didn't say all that. I was just like, she was saying something bad. I was just like, you rude. I'm not checking you out. And then she started saying, yeah. Then she threw it at me. Then I was like, I don't give a blah, blah, blah.
She threw the product at you?
Like she flung it at me. Like she did this. And I was like, okay, I'm still not checking you out. You rude. And I don't care. And I gave her my employee number because I don't care.
Madison, ask you a question now. Now, your daddy, I was just working with the public also, and I worked in Germantown, Tennessee. Sometimes, you can find rude people everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, when I had rude customers come through the door when I was a cashier and everything, I just said, hey, I understand. You know, I didn't act just like they were acting towards me. You know, you got to be cool. Because do you think I would be appreciative of you acting that way towards a customer if they've been rude to you?
You said what?
Do you think I like what you did to that customer, even though they were rude to you?
Yeah, I like everything I do.
Say what?
Gotta like everything I do.
Nah, but I do understand. People can get up under your skin, but my thing is though, when you're working with the public,
it was the morning time. I'm not. You know how I am in the morning. I'm not the best in the morning.
Okay, Madison. Okay. So you helping her. You say you're not gonna check her out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you refuse to do your job, right?
Yeah, I got the right to refuse service. I've done it multiple times.
Really? What? Now, what your manager say to you about that?
He just be like, I know you defensive, but just try to not be reactive.
What'd you say?
I'd be like, okay. I mean, ain't really nothing else to say. Just okay.
But after that situation happened, right? How did you feel? You feel like you did the right thing?
Yeah, I felt good.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me back in the day. Like I said, people are something else, baby. But I try to let what people do affect my mindset, affect the way I respond. Because like I said, cause you can get out of character real fast. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take long to get out of character. But people, sometimes they don't understand what you're dealing with. The customer's always right. Now, sometimes the customer can be wrong. But even when they're wrong, though, we still got a way we need to approach that. And like you said, because we as black people, we are sometimes more labeled than other people. You know, I've told you that. So we might not get a second chance no do-overs. You know, unless somebody on the company, somebody say, you know what, give a person a second chance. And a lot of times they don't either. But the odds are majority of the time against us. It shouldn't be that way, but it is what it is though. So, but Madison, if you had you had your own business, right? And I know you don't want your own business, but say you had your own business, right? You had an employee that told the customer, I'm not checking you out. I'm gonna refuse your service. What would you say to that cashier?
No, you got the right to refuse service.
I know what you tell the cashier?
I mean, I would assess the situation first.
Okay.
And if it's something crazy, yeah, you got the right to refuse service.
Okay.
Because I think I just feel like a lot of people they don't be seeing workers as people, so it's like you gotta see them as people. They going through stuff too. The workers, it's a lot to be somewhere for 8+ hours and try to fake like you happy or whatever, and keep saying hey, hello, how are you? But I'm not a talkative person, so it might be a little different.
I know that. I know that for a fact. That's I know for a fact. You ain't no talking to the person. But man, I'm at my job right now. I was in management, right, and we was going to working, right, and one of the ladies worked in the office, right. People come through the door. Sometimes we had the employee interest. Sometimes was in the front, and sometimes was in the back. And they would come in, Miss Carol, how you doing? And she just being mean. Miss Carol, how you doing? Then management come in through the door. The managers come through the door, right? How you doing, Miss Carol? Oh, I'm doing fine. I said, Miss Carolyn, may I speak to you for a minute? She said, what's going on, Lee Crab? I said, Miss Carolyn. I said, why do you treat them differently than you treat the managers? Well, Lee Crab, I'm not a morning person. I said, no, you may not be a morning person, but you are a selective morning person. Because if you're not a morning person, you're going to be meaning what? Everybody, right? No matter what your title, you're going to be meaning everybody, right? Right? So after that day, Miss Carolyn started, they said, good morning, how are you? She changed because a lot of times, like she said, I do understand what you're saying, Madison. You know, for as you have right to refuse service, but just be mindful though. You know, you are in a leadership role. You are the face of the company, regardless of how they make you feel. How to make you feel, you gotta always put your best foot forward. Unless they slap you, which I hope they don't or won't, because that's when you just, hey, you know what? Hey, it's going to another level. But for the most part, okay, ding, 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 ding. Have a nice day. And probably inside your head, probably saying,
That's what I do most of the time.
I know. But I'm glad you being honest, because like I said, a lot of these kids, man, they don't know how to deal with certain situations. But it's up to us as adults to train them up in the right way. Because not only what you're doing, I mean, this happens at every job. Every job, you know. I've told people in my preaching meetings stuff, I don't look at people's titles. I look at people. You know, your title. I respect your title, but at the same time, you got the lowest guy on the pole. You could be the trash guy. You could be the CEO. I'm gonna treat y'all exactly the same because why? Y'all are what? People, like you said. Y'all are people. People get confident in the titles. I'm gonna give you another example, Madison. When my first opportunity, I was at Samsung. I worked with General Warehouse. It's third-party logistics, and the manager came down. We had to recall some parts with Samsung, and my manager, I think she was sick, and had Renee was in the office at the time, and she was kind of doing some of my manager's duties and everything. So one of the CEOs came down from Samsung. I think from was it Korean? I think it was Korean, and he's the one of the VPs, right? So he came to us and said, man, what's going on, man? Just start shaking hands and everything like that. And she gonna tell me, Lee, don't talk to him like that, Lee. He said, oh, stop. Lee is fine. You know, Lee is fine. Let Lee be Lee. And the reason why he said it, I talked to the reason why he said it, he said, Lee, everywhere I go, everywhere I've been, people always want to kiss my butt. They don't want to be themselves. He said, but one thing about you, you are yourself. See what I'm saying? And when you be yourself, Madison, you get more by being yourself and not let others dictate how you should act and all those things. Because what's in you is what's in you. And honesty, integrity, all the things in it. That man said, man, he enjoyed us, working with us and everything, man. And the lady who was taking my manager's place, you should look on her face like she was like, wow. And when we went out to eat, I think we took him downtown to go out and eat and everything, right? And I was getting ready to pay. He said, no, Lee, your money's no good. We here. And then we're gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying, Madison? And those things with that, Madison, man, those things may leave a lasting impression on you because when you have that gift, Madison, you know, people have a tendency to tell you, like I've always told you before, people say, this gift that you have that God gave you, the world didn't give it and the world can take it away. They right. But people can make you put your gift down by if you're not mentally ready, they can make you put your gift down. I've always told you that. Man, tell the kids one thing I've told you, Madison.
Pertaining to what?
When you're on your path. Who can get you off your path?
Only you. That's what I was gonna say. I was trying to think of it. Yeah.
So is it true?
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. I mean, life is nuanced, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay. Hey, Madison, give the youngsters something to carry them when they after high school. Give some good advice.
Stay optimistic. try not to sweat the little things and just explore your options if you can. Do what's best for your environment and where you come from. Try to be the best. Yeah.
Because the best don't settle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Max, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. Are you gonna do it again?
Yeah, I will.
You sure?
If you got to talk, yeah.
Okay. Hey, you want to add anything else, man? That it?
That's all.
This is Lee Craft. This is my podcast. What if? If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, please take time and make time and tell God thank you. Madison, thank you again, Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good day.